Yeah, I mean, it's been a blast the last 2 months. You know, it happens really fast in the summertime because you're trying to all get to know each other on and off the floor. You're trying to implement everything as far as what we're trying to do on the court. And then, you know, before you know it, we're leaving Monday to go play games in Puerto Rico. So it's been a great 2 months, and we're excited. Finally get to go play somebody else because, you know, just going against each other every day. So, you know, one day the offense looks good, but then the defense must be playing pretty bad, and vice versa. So it'll be good to go against somebody else and just see where we're at and what we can improve on.
I know a lot of new faces here. What has it been like with so many different guys all coming together for one goal to try to win a championship?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, it's kind of common now. You know, we got 10 to 12 new guys every year. But you know, it's in the summertime. It's really just getting to know each other. Honestly, just as a group, not only how to play together, and then you know, as time goes, you kind of just learn how to play together, and then it becomes how do you win together. You got to kind of be put in those situations together and figure out how to win games the best way possible.
And how are you physically? How do you feel as you get back here and try to make some noise here for the Rangers?
Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling good. You know, it's the first real off season I've had in 3 years, so. It's been good to, you know, kind of be in shape in the summer, and being able to lift weights for the first time, you know, in an off season has been very helpful.
What's the key to chemistry? And you talk about 10 or 12 new guys coming together. Just what makes it click, and when do you know it's going in the right direction?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just spending time together. You know, obviously we get to do a lot of it on the court or in the facility throughout the day, but then outside the court, you know, just hanging out and, you know, playing video games together, and then going on another foreign trip this year. You know, that's always been a huge part, and you kind of can tell. You know, that's a full week of you're spending every minute together as a group. And usually when we come back in the fall from that trip, you know, this is my third straight one, so you can see a big difference in the chemistry after those trips, for sure.
Where does that build? Like I mean, it's simplistic, but where does that build, and where does it manifest itself? That bond, I guess, you get from the foreign tour.
Yeah, I'd say honestly, it's just, you know, getting to experience you know, something different. You know, we all we're going to a new country, so, you know, kind of get thrown into that together, and, you know, get to enjoy those experiences that not everybody gets to experience. And then I also think part of it's just having to go through, you know, adversity together is what can really bring a team together. So throughout the summer, we've tried to put ourselves in, you know, a lot of difficult conditioning or difficult practices to, you know, kind of build that. It's hard to simulate games without playing games, but then once games come and you kind of go through, you know, adversity, that's where teams can, you know, really pull together when you go through things like that.
I know, at least in my time covering you guys, I've never seen a coach give full access to a practice. Your coach did that today for the media. Can you just talk about just you know, just, I know you're new here, obviously, to IU, but just how big of a deal the IU basketball program is, and just, I guess, giving access to the media just opens up more opportunities for fans to know what you guys are doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a group we know what it means, you know, to have Indiana across our chests, and, you know, we want to do everything and put in all the work we can to make that fan base and the people around here proud of, you know, the style we play, how we play, and in the manner we do it. So I know we're trying to bring energy every day to get better to make those people proud.
What's it been like getting used to Indiana with really no one on the team? You know, everybody knew no one on the team, having been here before.
Yeah, I think honestly, like I said earlier, just we're going through it all together. You know, everybody's fairly new. I think Trent's the only one from Indiana, if I remember right. There might be one or two a little outside, but nobody's really familiar with the area, and even Trent's a freshman. So going through it together, and you know, it's almost better that way. You know, we get to all go through it together and embrace it, and we've enjoyed these last 2 months, and we're looking forward to, you know, this season.
What's it been like for you? I mean, this is the second straight year you're doing these kinds of interviews. Drake basketball was, you know, part of your life for a long time, then West Virginia for a year. And I imagine probably feeling a little bit of that responsibility as a coach's son to be a leader, to set a tone. Just what's this been like for you specifically these last few months?
Yeah, I think a lot of it's just being familiar with, you know, what his expectations are, even coaches-wise. We got, you know, 2 or 3 guys that came with him. Strength coach came with him, so I knew that expectation a little bit. But then on the court, me and then Connor played with us a little bit at Drake, so he knows a little bit. But just trying to be that vocal leader of, you know, trying to help guys get in the right spots. And, you know, if they have a question and, you know, don't really feel like they want to go to a coach, or they can always come to me and Connor and try and help them out the best. But they've done a great job of learning everything and picking up on it. and I give them props because they work really hard at trying to understand what we're trying to do as a whole, and I think we've made tremendous strides in that.
When you talk about leadership, and a lot of people bring up just the roster turn, but it also occurs to me there's a lot of guys in this roster that wherever they were before were probably really important players where they were leaders, leading scorers, rebounders, etc. Does that bring something out when you got guys that maybe you don't know each other well, maybe you're still getting to know each other, but you all understand kind of the responsibility of being one of the most important guys on a team?
Yeah, I look at it as our team as we don't just have one or two leaders. I think we got 13, 14. I think we're now up to 15 guys. Maybe today I think we get somebody. But I think having everybody have a different leadership role in their own way is important in a team, and not just having one or two guys taking on that role.